Tonight we're going to be opening up some of the same stuff. I did add a few new things to the website. One being this. You guys probably saw the black triangle base set packs. They're pretty expensive. I added about a 50% premium to those booster packs just because of what they are. It's probably not worth it, like, to buy them, to open them for the contents, but I'm going to give you guys a chance. If you want to buy them tonight, you can. I am going to change it over to ship sealed afterwards. But yeah, I do have an Evolving Skies box. From what I could see, looked like it was $8.75 on eBay. I've only got one. If we sell it, then we sell it. If we don't, then we don't. But I was kind of reserved about putting it up there because I just had it in my personal collection. I was just setting it back, kind of like sitting on the shelf. But thought it'd be cool just to throw one of those in there just in case you guys did have any interest in an Evolving Skies box. But we have Surging Sparks. If you guys notice the price, it has went up to $185. That's $35 more than it was last week. However, if you go on eBay, $185 is going to beat out most of their prices. I think I saw one for like $187 with free shipping, and since I don't have free shipping, mine's technically more than that. But then the next after that, and that one was from like Slovenia or something. The cheapest in the U.S. that I saw was $195, unless it just has something else in the title. It's a little bit different. And as of right now, I sold out today selling my cases at $1,100. I just restocked them yesterday, 4 cases, and they sold through almost instantly. So Surging Sparks is a very surprising set to see how quickly it has escalated. But anyways, let's jump into the first person. I only had one person lined up for tonight's live, and it was Josh. He picked up 20 Paldean Fates packs, and he picked up a Surging Sparks box. I'm actually going to do Surging Sparks first, and then I'm going to do the Paldean Fates. With Surging Sparks, you kind of got like a guaranteed hit rate or whatever because it's a booster box. You're probably going to get at least 12 hits. But, with loose packs, you never know. You could get really good. Like, you could have really good hits, or, they could really suck, or, they could just be on average, too. So, I kind of like just a little bit extra chase there. And he got those packs before. I had forgotten to raise my Paldean Fates packs because on eBay, I think I've sold out at $200 for a 36-pack lot. I guess because they finally sold out through some distributors, but I've got them on there for $50 for 10, so I believe that's a good deal. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I thought for sure that might be why. He saw them and he was like, "Yeah, that's a pretty good deal." Paldean Fates is a pretty fun set to open too, though. All right, so there's the booster box for you, Josh, and I'll make sure to keep your bulk. All right, Joshua. Is this mine, Josh? If yours is order 6937, then yeah, I would think so. I've only got one order lined up. If you bought in, it's probably you. So what are you looking for, man? Like, what pull would you like to see most? See, Franklin's in here. We got a Ghost, Spection. I haven't got back to you yet. I saw your email, but I could only look at those pictures through my phone, and I want to see if I can blow them up on my computer because I couldn't really tell based off of that. But I didn't see anything standing out that looked like it would be wrong, so that's always good, right? Latias EX. There's your first hit. Ghost said the Pikachu price has gone wild. Oh, man. Look at that. A Alolan Executor EX. I had 3 random boxes for Surging Sparks. So these could all be from different cases. That's a good one. I feel like I just got something caught in my throat. Good evening, Snorlax. All right, Josh, you said you wanted the Pika, but that's still a pretty good one. Inspection, yeah, they look pretty high res on my computer. Wasn't able to fit a video into the email, but I have a video as well. Ooh, look at that. So far, the box is hitting pretty good. Hopefully that wasn't your only fire in the whole thing. I guess that's a special illustration rare, right? You should only get one of those per box. Or it's like 1 in every 2 boxes, something like that. There's the Amulet of Hope. Let me put some of these sleeves up top. Make them a little bit closer. If you can get like a real close up of the, it's like a little squarish box looking area on one side that says upper deck. Usually that's a good indicator for counterfeits. You got the regular Hydreigon EX. Hey Rachel. Rapska. So where's the Pikachu sitting at now? From Surging Sparks. Nice looking feel. I mean, I heard some crazy sales last week, but I just assumed that some of those were shield bid. But I mean, if we're really looking at a 4-figure card, I mean, that is pretty nuts, and it would make sense why the Surging Sparks booster boxes were going up, especially if it can hold. Iron Crown. Almost halfway into it. There's a Scovelin. Ratio says $500 raw still. What about in a 10? I mean, $500 raw. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's really impressive. But I mean, I guess if you can get the hit from the biggest hit in the set in the equivalent of like 2.5 boxes, I mean, that's great. You just don't get all the extra stuff that goes along with it. All right, there's the first half of the box. Moving into the second half. Chin Pow. Man, I had somebody buy out the rest of my EV9s today. Well, I have a few left on eBay, just kind of like stragglers. And I'm finally out of EV Blackstar Promo 9s once those sell through. Because my back stock was like, I want to say I had like 60 of them. Ooh, we can restock with some new EVs from the Terrestrial set once it comes out. Goes to 2100 last I checked. Man, that is nuts. Surely that'll come down, at least some anyways. Because $500 raw doesn't really equate to 2,000 unless it's that poor print quality, which I don't think this set's that bad, is it? I think we pulled, what, 2 Pikachus on stream? At least one. I know we pulled one that first night. Maybe we didn't pull one last week. So maybe we're due. Archaludon. Yesterday I sold a case of Scarlet and Violet base, Paradox Rift, Twilight Masquerade, Temporal Forces, Surging Sparks. I sold 3 the previous day of Surging Sparks. Then I sold 36-pack lots for like 10 different sets. It's kind of nuts. Like how much a lot of that stuff spiked. And I've just been like slowly creeping price up on my packs. But like I sold Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, even Darkness Ablaze. I sold 36 packs for that. Paldean Fates and Shining Fates has really went up lately. Even I sold 3 lots of 151. Sold them at $319.99, so $320 for 36 packs on eBay. It's just interesting to see the prices. Man, the right side of that box had most of the hits, like the big ones, anyways. There's several Duge. Ghost said he's seen centering issues. Well, if you're going to have a centering issue, hopefully it's like more of a misalignment and it looks good in the front and then the back can be off a little bit. Yeah, I never sold Stellar Crown at all on eBay. Never made it available. But I'm seeing now, like, I could put them up for 110 and I'd be okay. There's Babrava. But I don't really have much of an incentive unless I just need space to sell them at that price. All right, we're going to go back over your hits. Had a nice last pack there. No Pikachus. But you did have that nice Alolan Executor EX. So I thought that was pretty good. We'll put these in here. Your next 20 Paldean Fates packs, those will go in these. FDB says, how does this compare to your 2020 or compare to 2020 in your guys' experience? 2020 was a different ball. Well, late 2020 was a different ball game. It was like crazy prices on like modern and stuff, but I ran out of inventory like in 21 just because I couldn't get stuff from PSA. CGC still really wasn't a player at that time. So I think that drove a lot of the madness. But we saw like for vintage stuff like base set, the third week in October, that's when the tipping point was. That's when it was like 30 something. It was over 30. It was just over 30,000 for base set boxes. But modern stuff, I think it's really high right now, but that's what people want. So Mike, I'm comparing it to like what I think, old stuff should be. But old stuff, I mean, it's seen some comebacks for sure. But the volume that just gets pushed through is nothing compared to the modern product. Now, the difference I think with 2020 as well is like it was just like something everybody searched for. Like it was big on YouTube. Like I could make a video, it didn't matter what it was about, and like I'd get 10,000 views. Granted, I was making a video basically every day too, so I was more consistent. And I was opening up a lot of heavy packs. So I think there's still a lot of room in future for modern sealed product and even singles. However, it also wouldn't surprise me if a lot of it come down. Just it really depends on how the interest continues to hit the market for Pokemon. As long as Pokemon can continue to make connections to the new generations and make it nostalgic in some way for those who are aging out of the childhood games into being a teenager, then going to college, coming back around to it. What is this? Nice penny. Let me put some of these in one here. But luckily, I'm in it for the long haul. I've been ordering. I've got a wall of 151 loose boxes I've just been picking up. I still think that every time they reprint that set, it's like just a free way to, well, it's not a free way, but it's a way for you to pick up a really good, nice box for a reasonable price. And if you want to set it back, I think it's going to do well in the long run. I've been wrong about stuff, or at least haven't waited long enough for myself to be right. Like take special delivery Pikachu, that's one that I butchered up pretty bad. I was buying those when they were like $300 sealed, and now you can get a graded 9 for like $100. Luxio and a Palmy, so we got a double hit in that one. Spection says 151 has insane supply, but even more insane demand. I think so. I think it's one of those things where the price has just been suppressed because it continues to come out, especially on the Japanese side. The English side, we don't. I mean, there's supply, but there's not a crazy amount of it. I've been slow selling 151. Like I'll bump my price pretty much any time I sell out of 36-pack lots if it happens. Like within a week, when I put more quantity online, if it takes a month, then I might just relist, keep the price the same because it could just be people naturally buying the stuff. Fortress. Inspection will probably be like Evolutions in the long run, where it floats around the $800 mark for many, many years because so much of it is out there. The difference is, I think people will much more enjoy opening 151 versus Evolutions. Curlia. What is up, African Veteran? Surging Sparks and New Vivid Voltage. It's got a lot of similarities in like the timing and the main focus of the set, but the set overall is just way better. So here are your hits from your 20 Paldean Fates packs. I want to say that Penny might be your biggest hit. Put these in here. Zach said, how do you think this Japanese 151 reprint will affect prices if it's the last time they reprint? Well, it's supposed to come here in December, but it hit like, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? And I was able to buy some. I think I was able to buy 10 cases plus another 100 loose boxes. I think that's what I bought. Yeah, I think maybe it was 200. And then within like 2 days, they were sold out again, and prices had just went right back up. So if there's still another reprint coming and it's anything like the reprint that they just got, then, I mean, it, like, unless it's just massive, it doesn't seem to affect it that much. I mean, even when we had those huge waves, I mean, prices did get down to, what, $50 a box or so? You could probably find them for a little bit less in some places, but they went back up again. All right, let me see if there's any orders in, because that was the only order prior to us starting the video. All right, we have one order in, and it's for Robbie. All right. Let's see what Robbie got. He also picked up Paldean Fates, so it looks like I did have at least 10 packs left on the site. This is order 6938. 10 Paldean Fates. No bulk. 3, 6, 9, and 10. All right. We'll see what Robbie gets. You guys wish him good luck. And Robbie, if you're here in the chat, let us know who you are. I mean, if you want to. Alton, what do you think the Pika will stabilize at? I mean, raw? I don't know, man. I mean, if the PSA 10 doesn't come down, then it's going to go up. But I think the PSA 10 is going to come down. I could see it having similar prices to, like, I think it'll do a little bit better than Greninja. But I don't see it being like Moonbryon, like, right away. But I mean, who knows, right? I mean, it could do really well. I don't know. Like, if I had to put money on it, based off of what I've seen these other sets, maybe it's like a $300 raw card. Maybe it's less than that. Like, to me, it should be less, but the demand is, you know, kind of crazy. And if it settles to like a $300 raw card, then it might be like a $500 to $700 PSA 10. And again, this is just all like straight guessing, speculation, because it could tank farther than that. I mean, or it could stay higher. I would have never guessed that the Moonbryon would stay where it is. Spection said Vivid Voltage was the first set of the 2020 Pokemon Boom Cycle. And the thing about it was, that was the last set that I was able to get PSA graded cards back for before PSA had essentially shut down, like the last set I could get a lot of back in. And so I think that also played a factor into the cards themselves, not really ever seeing like a crazy huge run up, because I mean, I was selling full arts and rainbow rares and stuff like that back then, other than the Pikachu from that set. But I would regularly sell, like, I would take all of the full arts, I would crack maybe 10 to 20 cases of product for each set, grade the full arts, the rainbow rares, all that stuff, and there was almost never a card that was more than $100, even in a PSA 10. Your standard full art was going to be $39.99. I remember selling, I want to say it was the Latios from Team Up. I think that was the one. Yeah, because that one, I remember Magikarp and Wailord. I got 10s on all of those. But I want to say the Latios I sold for like $79.99. The Magikarp and Wailord was like a $59.99 card. But I mean, even still, they weren't like instant sales. You could complete your registry pretty quick buying off all the 10s that I had. I can't do that anymore. Spectre says, funny coincidence that prices are starting to spike. African said they should reprint Surging. In my opinion, it's gone too high. Well, they probably could, but it's not as simple as like, hey, I want to reprint Surging Sparks right now, and then they have it tomorrow. It's more of a lengthy process. Warwick, how well do you see the new Team Rocket set being? I think it's going to go crazy. It just depends on the artwork. If it has great artwork and it's fun to pull, yeah, I think it could definitely go crazy. Toxel. Joshua says, I just bought more. Sounds good, man. All right, so in your 10 Paldean Fates packs, you got 8 hits. It's not too bad. Nothing big, though, I don't think. Spectre says, I got into Pokemon right around the release of Chilling Reign. You got into it pretty heavy, man. Especially with the stuff you've been picking up. All right, next we have, let's see. I think Joshua said he got an order in, so let's see if he was 60. Yep. So Josh is next, 69.39. See what he picked up. I know last time he kept his bulk. Let's see if he did this time. Oh yeah, so he picked up another 20 Paldean Fates, a Surging Sparks booster box, as well as 10 151. So let's do, that'll be the Paldean Fates, Surging Sparks, and then this will be his 150. Maybe we could probably cut one out and put all the hits in one of these. 69.39. Have there been anybody to pull like any crazy errors or miscuts from Surging Sparks that you guys have seen? I remember with Plasma Freeze, crazy enough, there was somebody who had a whole box of where the full arts, they were just, it was a miscut. Like there was part of the card showing that belonged to the next full art, but they had pulled, I guess they had opened up like several cases or something like that because they were auctioning off all of them. I ended up winning a few of them, but they went for like 3 or 4 times what you would normally pay for those full arts. And crazy enough, it was only like $60 or something like that. But, you know, back then, nobody really cared. It was what it was. You buy these boxes from David Adams Card World. I used to troll around on their site when it come around to Black Friday time. I remember picking up some Emerging Powers boxes. They had stuck them on sale. I paid $3.50 for a sealed case, which is crazy. All right, so we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6. All right, so there's 20 Paldean Fates. 3, 6, 9. At 10, 151. We'll start with the Surging Sparks box again. I'm going to set these to the side so I've got them ready. And then we'll go into the Paldean Fates and we'll finish up with 151. Programmers. Man, I wasn't looking at the screen. I didn't have it up. He gifted 5 TCA gaming memberships. So if you are a listener and you're not actually watching the screen, There's Cali Dude, E. Burgess, Ricky Hernandez, Johto Jake, and Dylan Johnson. You are all now members. Thanks to programmers. Thanks, man. You're always giving stuff away, being so generous. Definitely appreciate it, dude. Joshua says, I don't want any bulk from my orders. You know, if you like select that, you can save on shipping too. Because like I think the shipping for these are like a booster box is like $10.99 or something. But if you go with no bulk, then it drops down to, I want to say $4.99, so you save like $6. If you send me an email afterwards, what I can do is I can make sure you get your shipping back as if it were no bulk, and I'll just keep the bulk and take the stuff out. But if you would send me an email about it, I just want to make sure, because sometimes people think that I like include hollows and reverse hollows. When I do no bulk, it's just like the hits that I put over here in sleeves. Yep, programmers, you should edit your YouTube username to what Nick says. Phoebus. Maybe you'll get the Milotic as well. I was surprised. I posted a picture of that Milotic that come from the box on my Instagram, and I think that thing's gotten the most likes since the special illustration Greninja that come from the promo box. Jasmine's Gaze. I almost said Glaze. Warwick. Man, I don't know why, but I keep it warm in this building. I keep it at 70, and I always feel it when I do these streams. Because at home, it's like, it stays, I think it stays between 65 and 68, something like that. So like if it goes below 65, the heat will turn on. If it goes above 68, the cool air will turn on. Or it might be 69. It's weird. It's like it's different for downstairs and upstairs. I've never had that before until this house. So I did get in my allocations for the Terrestrial set. Which they were pretty alright. I got a decent amount of elite trainers and some other products. I actually put in a request for quite a bit more. Like I accepted my full allocation, and then I put in a request for on some of these like 5 and 6 times what I was allocated, because like with the 2-pack blisters, I think I got allocated like 7 of the 144 count boxes. So I was like, I would take like another 20 of those or something like that. Oh. Magnetic Man says, do you think 151 is the best modern set? Is one of the best. I think it is one of the best. Crazy enough, I don't think it has the best pull rates. I think it does have a good pull rate, but it's not like Crown Zenith. Warwick says, I hear SIR Pika is in this booster box. Man, I hope so. Be cool if we pulled one from every box. Well, welcome to the channel, Clover. I've got a lot of videos. None of them are really all that great quality, but there's a wide range of stuff. AB. So far in the first Surging Sparks box that Josh had, he pulled an Alolan Executor EX SIR. Franklin says, I personally prefer Crown Zenith over 151 different generations though. Yeah, I like the cards more honestly, from 151, I love the Alakazam. The Blastoise, Charizard, Venusaur, all of those are great. Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, I mean, that's great. But Crown Zenith also has some really good cards too. And Crown Zenith has a better pull rate, in my opinion. Like, I think it's a little bit more fun to open. So, I don't know. Crown Zenith is one of those sets where you're not going to find me selling those 36 lots on eBay anywhere near the market price, because I think the market price is too low, but there's too much of it available for me to buy up enough of it to justify the purchase, if that makes any sense. Come on. So far, no SIR in this box. Hoping we hit it, though. Still got a few packs left. Man, I was hoping my neck would pop real good there, but it did not. Slackoth. Looks like a Slackoth artwork. Laying in a green field. Taking it easy. 2 packs to go. Ghost says, I've had an itch to open Evolving Skies lately, then you post a box for sale. Well, if you want it, it's there, man. Just know that either you hit big or your box probably is no good at all. That's about how it works with Evolving Skies. Alright, so we'll put those in there, Josh. No Pika. Again. Alright, we'll do the 151 last, but we're going to do the Paldean Fates next. Let's see what you get. Come on, Josh. There's Noivern. Got a shiny full art. With my luck, I'll pull Gordy. It could very well happen. Inspection says I downsized most of my modern investment to buy a giant vintage collection without taking on a partner. I'm missing it. Vintage can be nice too, though. Mimikyu. Trio. So far, doing pretty good on the hits. No spectacular ones yet, though. Paldean Student. What's the best vintage product you've picked up? Anything Pokemon? Yeah, I know about the Yu-Gi-Oh box. Two more packs for the first half of the Paldean Fates. He's down. He says he's down to only 16 Evolving Skies boxes. Hey man, that's more than what I got. I think I've got 2 cases. I might only have 1 case. Evolving Skies wasn't one of those sets that I set back. I really started setting back modern stuff once I got to Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I've got stuff like, I've got a lot of celebrations and some sets like that. The market might be affected if you say what the collection was. What? What does that mean? You bought that much? Great Tusk. All trainers marked. Any suggestions you could make on identifying if a sealed English Southern Island set is legit? That's going to be tough because the seal on it is just plastic. Vintage cards have better art in my opinion. It's more nostalgic for me. I don't know about better. I definitely think modern has got that locked down. John Paldean, member for 7 months. What is up, dude? That is awesome. We've been through so much together. Yeah. 7 months. Inspection said, truthfully, I don't know if it would really make a dent, but better safe than sorry. All sorts of stuff. WotC boxes, pack lots, card lots. That's awesome, dude. Well, congratulations on your big purchase, dude. It surprises me how many of those big purchases still happen, but stuff is always moving around. All right, last Paldean Fates pack. Nothing there. All right, adding to the hits list, or the hits pile. I'm going to stick those in that other pack there for you. It's not too bad for 20 Paldean Fates packs. All right, you still got 10 151 packs. Let's see what you get here. Pack number 1. Got a holographic lightning energy. Nothing there. Got a Blastoise with the water energy. Let's get the better Blastoise. Nothing there. Well, I went to go into my Nightbot today. Well, a little bit earlier. And I noticed that was different. Here's a fire energy. Meowth, Mr. Mime. 3 packs left. Nothing to stand out so far. Maybe we'll hit it in one of these. Nope. Matthew says, open any surging yet? We've went through 2 boxes. Got a Daisy's help. Here we go. Last pack. Nothing there. We'll throw in 2 extra packs for Josh. You got 2 hits at least, but I appreciate the extra purchases you made. Go said me and Nightbot don't get along, unfortunately. Nice, got a little Charizard there. And a lightning energy. Alright, let me split up this bulk here. Inspection said I had about 70 Evolving Skies boxes at one point. As long as you made money on them, man. Moving it around. Sometimes it's worth it to pick up those rare items. Ghost said, don't see Hayden too much these days. I think he was more of like a vintage watcher, and we haven't done a whole lot of vintage lately. Alright, here we go. Let me refresh this, see if there's any more orders in there. All right, so we have, so Jose, yours is pending, but it has not cleared yet. So I'm going to move up to Derek's order, and then we'll check back in on you, Jose. All right, Cali Dude, order with bulk for the Master Set. You got it. So he picked up 10 Shrouded Fable packs. Don't see too much Shrouded Fable getting opening up. So let's see if we can get Derek some pretty cool pulls. What's the pull you want, man? I can't even remember what the big hit is. Is there Charizard in Shrouded Fable? I don't think so. Maybe it's that Doc's Bun? I can't even remember. Three, 6, 9, and 10. I just recently made those custom booster boxes for Shrouded Fable since it's a specialty set. I think I made 15 or 20. I didn't make as many with this set as I have other sets in the past. All right, Cali Dude says he wants the Persian. Ooh, that looks pretty good. You got a Fezandipity right off the bat. A special illustration rare. Maybe that means you'll still get another one. First Tomu wants to see the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. Anyone look to sell PSA 10 first edition Holo Team Rocket? I think most people want to keep that. There's always plenty of first edition Team Rocket holos on eBay. Cali Dude says he's also looking for the Houndoom. Pecharunt. Nothing there. Got a Dusknoir. Some more of these over here. That was my wallet falling out. Put it back here at the phone. I'm considering buying Team Rocket. I just put up some heavy black triangle base set packs, which I know that sounds kind of weird. They've got about a 50% premium. Maybe not quite a 50% premium that I'm asking, but especially since there's been like repricing. But it's interesting to think because I would imagine that's going to be on the earlier run of base set. I've always wondered if that's where you find like Air War Turtle and possibly the defending Beedrill. Now, I've heard the defending Beedrill comes from a theme deck, but I just haven't seen that happen. And the War Turtle I've just never seen, period. And it would make sense if it was maybe coming from Black Triangle, like that timeline, because then, I mean, less packs would be open, right? I don't know. It's just a theory. It's very unlikely that even if they were in there that we'd even pull one, because nobody's done it. Or if they have done it, I've never been able to find the video. There's your hits. Looks like, I think that first one was your best hit. Franklin says, restarting the chase for the non-holo era Dragonite from Team Rocket one of these days, Rusty. I don't know, maybe. If I can get Team Rocket cheap enough. This time last year, man, it was like I was getting a Team Rocket first edition box just about every week for auction. They always went for about $13K or so. All right, let me see. Let's see if Jose's order went through. No, it's still showing as pending. If there was something entered wrong, it may cancel out here in a few minutes. But I do see the order that Justin has. So he picked up 10 Paldean Fates, no bulk. All right, Justin. If you're in the chat, let us know, man. We will wish you luck. If you have a specific pull you want, hopefully we can get it for you. 3, 6, 9, 10. I don't have a ton of Paldean Fates left over here. Sorry, I gotta turn them all the same way. AI Trainer Smart, pull me a Bubble Mew. What happened in the chat? I can't keep up with it. AI Trainer Smart. This is Justin. Ooh, got a nice Ting Lu EX. Inspection says that Evolving Skies box getting the axe. So far, no one's pulled on it, which I'm sure it'll eventually get bought up. There's Oddish. If nothing else, it's like price continues to go up, but I think I've only got it set to where you can open it, so you can't ship it sealed. So it's it could like sit there and hold down at a lower price because of that. Because you're not very likely to make your money back, but if it's gonna stay sealed, I'd rather just keep it. There's a Palmy. Ghost says he actually refers to me as Ghost. Yeah, that's another Justin that we have. There's Wook Trio. African Veteran says, how do you ship sealed boxes? Usually in an 8x6x4 box. If it's a more expensive one, like usually greater than 150 or maybe greater than 200, I put them inside of like an Elite Trainer, and that Elite Trainer goes in a box that's 8x6x4. However, if it's just like a cheap one that people are probably just buying to have opened, I'll put bubble wrap around it and ship it in that box. It still gets bubble wrap plus a box. And that's if it's an individual box. Pineco, one more pack. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Tinkertuff. All right, we'll run through your hits one more time. Ten Paldean Fates packs. Not too bad. Warwick says, I think the new Evolutions isn't going to do well. The art looks like it's made by AI. That's a hot take. I've only heard pretty good stuff about it. I think people are okay with the AI. AI looks pretty dang good. I don't know. They can make Paul Walker over there standing around in Fast and the Furious. Okay, Jose, I just refreshed it. I'm seeing that the order is still pending payment. So, yeah, I'm going to just hold off there. And I don't have any new orders coming in. So what I'm going to do is, where are we at? I'm going to open up a pack for fun. Because nobody's bought them. I'm not worried about messing with the quantity. I'm actually going to open up one of these Red Logos light booster packs because I think it'll be fun. Maybe if it's only for me. Now, light means there's not going to be a holo in here, but I just want to see if I can pull a Dragonite or a Gengar. There's 24 non-holos. I mean, almost that you should get every rare in the box at least once. That doesn't mean my odds are any better of pulling that one, but like if I pull a Lapras, there could be a Lapras in the next pack. Or if I pull a Gengar, there could be a Gengar in the next pack. Or, you know, it might be the only one in the entire box. But I just want to open it up and let's see what we get. I'll end up grading all these. Even the commons, they're worth grading from this set. All right, there we go. 1999, 2000. You can see it right there. See how the card has like a gloss to it? That's how the fossil red the Fossil Red Logos print run kind of looks. And that's how you can tell the difference between the Psyduck, the Raichu, the Golduck, the Energy Search, and the Recycle that comes from the Thunderstorm or the Tempest decks. Those are 5 1999 2000 dated cards. The Zapdos Raichu, yeah, because the Zapdos comes in there too. Yeah, Zapdos, Psyduck, Golduck. Yeah, and the Raichu, and then it's the Energy Search. Right? So, yeah, it's the Energy Search, not the Recycle. But anyways, they don't have this gloss to it. And so, like, if you go on my eBay and you see, like, 2 different Raichus or, you know, like 2 different Golducks, one says Thunderstorm, the other one says Red Logos, the price difference is going to be vastly different. But, yeah, you can see it, 1999 2000. There's the Mysterious Fossil. Recycle. Zubat. Let's see what uncommon. Ooh, got a Golduck. Ironically enough, though, because you can get the 1999 2000 dated one from Thunderstorm and Tempest, a lot of times these they just sell a lot slower. Mr. Fuji, there's a good one. There's Kingler. So the back now will give us our rare. Slowpoke Moltres is a good one too. Tentacool. I wouldn't mind an Articuno. What I don't want is I don't really want to Raichu because then that just kind of like dwindles the pool even more. Shelter. Oh, it was a Raichu. Dang it. But this is an official Red Logos Raichu, and condition looks really nice. Usually the condition on these is really good. You can see the centering is off just a little bit. That would be the only thing holding it back, but I still think that it could get the 10, especially since the front looks so good. So all of these are most likely to be graded. They're super slow sellers, but they do sell in time. All right. One Raichu out of the gene pool. PSA says, I knew the second you said that Raichu would appear. It happens like that every now and then, you know. And then I'm also going to open up one more thing. Oh, there we go. We're going to do this for a giveaway if there's been nobody else. Oh, crap. I just hit the X from the OBS. If there's been nobody else to come with the order. I'm still checking on Jose. Because, Jose's is still pending. So let's do a giveaway. I'm going to boot up Nightbot, see if I can get this giveaway to work. Because it didn't let me, like, have a start. It was just like I had to go with the settings. All right, so let's do a different one. Let's do a random number. I haven't did that in a while. All right, so for this giveaway, I'm going to do a random number between 100 or between 1 and 150. So I guess to guess, all you have to do is put in a number, and then when it's entered correctly, it doesn't tell me what the number is. I'm doing it this way as a little different type of giveaway because it does feel like a lot of times the same people get pulled, and then there's certain people who never get hit with the giveaways, even though they're always in here. So I'm seeing if this will like change it up a little bit. But so to enter the giveaway, all you got to do is put a number into the chat, and then that's going to enter you into the giveaway. All right, from what I'm seeing, 45 is too low, 127 is too high. It's going through pretty quickly. 146 is too high. 88 is too low. 132 too high. Oh, we have a winner, Matty D. Apparently the number was whatever you guessed. And this is what you won right here. One of these. Which I've got to update the quantity for this too. So Matty D won the giveaway. And if you guys want to still buy into the stream, do so before I finish up with this, and we'll continue opening up, whatever you guys buy. And if not, we'll just have a short stream this week. It's only been an hour so far, but if you guys still want more Surging Sparks or anything like that, it's available. All right, it's going to be a repack. Eventually, we got to get around to the Lugia because if you guys don't buy them, I'll just give them all away. All right, here we go. Ooh. You're going to start off with the special illustration rare with the Great Tusk EX. Let me pull up the Nightbot or the regular chat. There we go. Got a Tulip. That'll be pretty good. Rotom V. Nice. Got a Vespiquen EX. A Kingdra EX. Got a Duskull. And of course Pikachu for the WB promo. There's a Toxel. Chin Pao EX. A gold. This is a pretty good one. And we're going to finish off with a Radiant Jirachi. So that wasn't too bad for one of these. I don't think you still didn't get any of the big hits, but had some decent small to mid-tier hits. All right, Maddie. All you got to do is reach out to my email. Let me know that you were the winner of the giveaway. Send me your address, and then I will have this shipped out hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got a big shipping day, but I should be able to get around to it, I would think. Maddie, he said, I just bought your first edition Charizard. Were you the one who bought the 4.5 that was asking about like the condition and stuff? All right. I'm going to refresh the orders one last time. Okay, Jose, it shows that yours was canceled, and I'm not seeing any more orders in here. So, guys, this looks like it's going to be a short stream this week. I'll have some of the same stuff available next week, Surging Sparks, some of these new sets. And then maybe if I get in some new vintage, we'll do something along those lines. But I don't have anything lined up at this point. But definitely appreciate everyone for coming out. And Matty D, I'm glad you won, man. I think you spent the most in my eBay store this past week when you bought that card. So that was a pretty expensive purchase. Hopefully it arrives soon and everything's safe. But guys, definitely enjoyed it. As always, it's a pleasure. And you guys have a great night.